Good morning. Y'all up? It is Nyota, your adaptability coach and leadership strategist, coming to you with tips and tricks to be more adaptable in your homes, in your businesses, and in your jobs. Today's lesson in adaptability is brought to you by my Under Armour walking app. I miss my Sleep Number bed. And is it worth it? So I'm just basically going to go on like a stream of consciousness conversation this morning. Today is the start of my build your business or side hustle free 5-day challenge. And I'm super excited because I already have some people in there, and I've had a strategy session with a few people in there. But if there's anyone that wants to have one of those clarity sessions, I probably should have started the challenge with the clarity session. So I actually go in there and offer that today if people want to do one of those 20-minute clarity sessions, just to kind of tighten up their thinking. But anyway, that's just right, because we right here. I'm thinking out loud. I'm talking to y'all like we out here together. And good morning. Thank you for watching. I appreciate your likes and comments. I appreciate that. I appreciate the messages that you all have given me about how you start walking more. And it really feels good, because sometimes you don't know, I don't know, and I can just speak for Nyota K. Gordon. I don't know if I'm doing what God is telling me to do, right? Is this, was I supposed to be in the military that long? Was I supposed to move as many times as I've moved? Was I supposed to have kids? Was I supposed to be married at some point? Am I meant to live life single? Is that the life that God has for me? And when it comes to this business about coaching people and helping them be more adaptable and pulling out their best ideas for them, is that what am I supposed to be doing? Am I supposed to, sometimes I just question, and I wonder if I'm doing what God is telling me that I'm supposed to be doing. Am I being obedient when it comes to just my life in general, right? Am I being obedient, right? And then stuff happens, right? You get some coaching clients, and I don't have a huge practice, a huge coaching practice yet, but you get these messages from your coaching clients, and they tell you of how what you've pulled out of them worked, or they tell you that a stranger reached out to them to buy their product or service. They tell you that even just from the morning routine stuff that we put in place, that includes, just adding one more glass of water and doing squats when you go to the bathroom, how they've lost weight, and that wasn't even a part of what we were trying to do. Just building in routine. When you see things, when people see my morning walks that for so long I was just doing within my, for myself, just giving me something to do, especially in this world of COVID, and just seeing people are saying that they're inspired by the consistency of my walk, and it inspired them to walk, or seeing that I'm taking pictures with my camera while I'm out on my walk, and that inspires them to use their cameras and be able to see the beauty of their walks. It's stuff like that where you be like, well, God, maybe I am following in the path, because we know that our thoughts are not God's thoughts. So what I'm thinking is big enough for me, or even small enough for me. I just can't outthink. I can't out-strategize. I can't outmaneuver what God has for me. But when I tell you, sometimes I question, and it's the work that I'm doing in this space of being a coach that validates the service that I have in my heart, right? Because sometimes, it'd be hard in these streets, right? Because for me, one of my, one of my values, and I talked about this before, is service, and sometimes, when you're serving and serving and serving and serving and serving, and then you're like, am I doing this right? Am I doing this okay? It's really satisfying to hear from those clients and from those customers, and when they tell you that Nyota has had an impact on their day, an impact on them being better, an impact on the way that they get to continue to serve, an impact on what excellence looks like for them. And it's good. It makes me want and get to dig into my business. Honey, I know it's gonna be choked up this morning, honey. When I come out here, I don't necessarily have a plan or a strategy of what I'm gonna talk about. I may have an idea, but today I just turned on the camera because I've just been having these feelings sometimes of, not so much am I good enough, but am I serving good enough? Am I showing up good enough to be able to help the people that needs me? And so I said all this to say, and I didn't know that this is what I was going to say, but sometimes your active service is an extension of you by building your business. Sometimes your active service, it may not be coaching for you, but you are gifted in being an accountant. You are gifted in building and creating operations, like being an operations manager and keeping everything going. You are gifted in those spaces. So do not negate the world of your gift because of your uncertainties. What God has for us is for us. And sometimes this goes in alignment with purpose. It's our purpose to do what that small, still voice is telling us to do. So it may not be something big as start a coaching practice, but it may be, I need to start a business that helps people not even cut their grass, but just, get the trash from around their yards, right? Things could be simple, and you already know what it has been on your heart to do. So don't do yourself a disservice or your potential customer a disservice, because when you get that feedback of how the impact that you're having on their lives by doing what that small, still voice, what God is telling you to do, and it may not always translate as God, right? it just translates as like, God, I can't shake this. I know I should be doing this. I know I should be doing this. You know, people keep telling me, you're so good at this. That thing is the thing that people want to pull out of you. And let them do it. Pull it out. Just do it. You know, because that, when you get those, and I won't even say those testimonials, but when you get those conversations, when you get those messages to tell you of like how that one thing you did, that they feel like it's like a step in changing their lives, you can't beat that, you know. And it's just a verification for me that, you know, Nyota, you know, keep going, you know, keep going. You know, it's one thing to have things inside of you and know that you're pushing and pulling and doing all things, but to have someone say keep going in the form of, that's pretty, huh? To have someone keep going in the form of, you know, thank you. It's a lot, especially when one of your values, when one of your core values is service. So, join us. Let me get myself together. Join us in the Build Your Business or Side Hustle from Scratch challenge. No, you shouldn't even need a lighter. From that, you know, join us on our 5-day challenge. It's free. You know, let that business or side hustle come out of you, because entrepreneurship just isn't about making money. It's not just only about having a legacy for your family. It's truly a vehicle that can heal. That's a whole nother, it's a vehicle that it makes you better, you know, because you're always striving to see what you need to be doing in your business, but it just makes you run faster and jump higher emotionally, right? It's almost spiritual if you're tapping in to what you know you should be doing. So join us on our Build Your Business or Side Hustle from Scratch free 5-day challenge. I'll have the link here in the comments. Join us. I know a lot of people are not fans of these groups, so if you sign up, I'll put a link later. So if you sign up, then we can turn this into an email challenge for you if you don't think that you need the support. But you do need the support while you're trying to be some kind of way. But if you don't think you need the support of the group, because sometimes you may not even comment in the group, but to know that the group is there, that is sometimes what you need, right? But if you don't, if you want to do this alone in a different kind of way, I can do this as an email challenge, okay? We can do it as an email challenge. So this has been Nyota, your adaptability coach and leadership strategist, giving you tips and tricks on being more adaptable. I appreciate you. Have a great